class. Today we are going to be looking at web development. Topic: clean code and debugging. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to debug web pages, and you are also expected to format HTML, HTML using white space and indentation. Now, the first question is bug. What is a bug? Bugs are mistakes in code which causes it not to work as planned. In web pages, we have mistakes that can cause a web page not to work correctly. And any mistake in a web page is called what? A bug. Now let's take a good look at this web page here. In this web page, we have heading, and we have the following numbers 1, 2, and 3. Now coming to this place, we have heading, we have 1, there is space in 2, and the last one is 2 instead of 3. Now this is a typical example of a bug. Looking at the code for the heading tag, this is H3 tag and this is H1 tag. Now in web pages, whenever a tag is in pink color or red color, it means a bug. So here, let's look at what debugging means. Debugging is the process of finding and fixing bugs. Now you are able to identify the bug in your web page. The process of finding and fixing the bug is called debugging. And debugging is a problem-solving process that involves what? Many steps. So in this lesson, we are going to debug web pages. I will show you examples of bugs that we have in a web page and how we are able to do what? Debug it. Now let's look at this lesson. Do this. This is the instruction. Look at the web page code and discuss with your partner what is causing the following 2 bugs. 1, the heading is not big enough. Now this is the heading that was given. Over here, the heading is not big enough. It's a bug. The second one, the second item on the list doesn't have a number. Where is the second item on the list? This is the second item on the list, number 2, but over here it doesn't have a number. So what are we meant to do here? It says fix all the bugs in the code so that the final result matches the image on the right. So over here you are going to fix the bug so that you will have this result at the end. Now let's start. The first bug that we identified here is what? The heading tag. Over here, I told you that whenever a tag is in pink color, it signifies a bug. And in HTML, H1 is the biggest heading, followed by H2, H3, H4, H5, and so on. So here we have H3 opening tag and H1 closing tag. What are we going to do to debug this? Now the first heading is what? H1. So we choose what? H1 as the what? The first heading tag. So over here we remove H3 and write what? H1. Now the pink color disappears, showing that we have debugged the web what? Page. Now look at the results over here. Now the heading is what? Big enough, just like the word image here. Now let's look at the second item. It says that the second item on the list doesn't have a number. Okay, this is ordered list. Ordered list means what? Numbers arranged as 1, 2, 3. And here for thing 1, we have the opening list tag and the closing list tag for thing 1. Thing 3, we have the opening list tag and the closing list tag for thing 3. So where is our bug? Our bug is in thing 2. Why? Because thing 2 doesn't have the opening list tag and the closing list tag. So what we do here is we click this place, then we add the opening list tag, LI, you come over here and you close it, closing list tag, closing list tag. Now you have the results, exactly the same image. You have debugged this web page. So that is all about debugging. So when I ask you what a bug means part of a problem that doesn't work correctly, or a mistake in a code which causes it not to work as planned. And debugging means what? Finding the problem and fixing the problem. Now let's go to the next lesson. Here is another example of debugging, and it says discuss with your partner what you think the bugs are in this page. Find and fix all the bugs so that your page matches the one on the right. Okay, now take a good look at this image. Cat supplies, cat toys, keep your cat entertained. Number 1, lasers. Number 2, catnip toys. Number 3, kitty